Hey everybody, this is Claire, and this is Small Joyful Things. As always, I go to thrift stores, or I go to estate sales, or sometimes I buy things from Craigslist, and I'm looking for things that I find interesting, or that I think you would find interesting, and then I bring them home and try to find out as much as I can about them, and I then tell you guys about them. And here's what I got today. So I was pretty excited to find this, and I'm pretty sure you can't really see it very well on the camera because it's see-through. But hopefully if I just flip it over and let you see that, you can see the mark, Fire King. Yeah, happy days. Nice piece of Fire King. Okay, so I mean, I've done a video before on Fire King stuff, all right? And funnily enough, I have actually done a video on this pattern in this color as well. This is the Philbe Sapphire. You can see, hopefully, that it's just, especially in the edge, it's got this slight kind of a blue hint to it, and that's basically Philbe right there. It's like it's not quite clear, it's got this blue kind of cast to it, and it has this amazing pattern, kind of a little bit difficult to see. Let's see if I can get a better, no, I cannot really. It's really a lovely kind of elaborate engraved. It's like embossed basically. It's pressed obviously on, like on the back here. The inside there is obviously smooth. It is very lovely, and this one, if your hands around it, there's no chips, there's no cracks, nothing, no flea bites. It is perfect condition as if it came out of the factory. You can see there's one or two places here, and that's not actually a scratch, that is a manufacturing defect. See those little lines there? That's actually in the pressing. You see the slight little waviness. There's a couple like that, but... And if I could show you the other side, you'll probably be able to see some of the wear. There's a little bit of wear around the edge here, where it actually would have, like, obviously sat on a table, which it's probably not as obvious on the camera. Maybe a little bit. You definitely see a little bit there. It's obvious if you see it with it. If you're not on camera, you can actually just pick it up and turn it over and everything. You can see it quite clearly. So before we go any further, let's just measure it up. This is 8.5, a little less, 8 3/8. And it's not going to be that much high. It's maybe 1.25 inches. Yeah, 1.25 inches high. So yeah, this is the what's called the 8-inch pie plate, and a bit of fun times. But I was looking at this and I couldn't actually decide. Like I knew as soon as I picked it up. This is Sapphire Philbe pattern Fire King from the 1940s. I just knew straight away. I've seen it before, I know what to look for. I was like, yeah, excellent. But which piece is it? And I couldn't decide for a while. I couldn't decide whether it was supposed to be a lid like this or a pie plate like this. And eventually I decided that it had to be the pie plate, because if you actually put it down like this, the Fire King reads correctly. It doesn't read correctly if you have it down like that. I can't imagine that if it was a lid, they would have printed it so that Fire King would be read backwards. that makes no sense. So I based it on that and went and looked it up, and I was actually right. It is actually the pie plate. It's an 8-inch pie plate, which comes out to 3/4 inches with the width of the little lip there. And yeah, it's the real thing. Straight out of the 1940s, in great condition. Super happy about that, I'll tell you. So here it is on replacements.com, the 8-inch pie plate Philbe Sapphire in blue ovenware. 8.25 inches that they're listing here, which is going to be, you know, close enough basically. But if we actually look at the sapphire pattern, you can see here 1941 to 1956, like, stuff is old. And the nice thing about this is that I would never have known to see it, except that I had seen a piece before and I picked it up not really knowing what it was. I just saw the Fire King mark and thought, oh yeah, this is going to be something good. And that was the little freezer, what's it called again? They're fridgies, I think they're called. They're little glass containers that essentially you put, you know, this what they would have used before plastic was the thing, you know, really. You know, for storing your leftovers, you put into one of these little things, pop into the fridgies. And that one that I got was very badly cracked on the side. Like, it was just wrecked. Funnily enough, someone actually did buy it eventually. But, I mean, I sold it for nothing. I think I sold it for a couple of dollars plus the shipping, and that was it. someone who was a collector, basically, who just probably wanted it just for the lid, because the body of itself was just very badly cracked. The problem with those Fire King Philbe little fridgies is that, like, you just don't seem to get, the lids apparently get very easily lost or easily broken, and I just happened to have one that was reversed. The body was cracked and the lid was fine. The lid was perfect. So there you go. I mean, there's plenty of these around, but it's just really nice to see one that's in such great condition. I picked this up in the thrift store and it was marked for $2, and I was looking at it going, like, this is a Fire King 1940s Philbe Sapphire. Do they not know? Like, that particular store that I was in has been very hit and miss. Sometimes they're utterly overpriced and their prices just make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Even if you know what it is, it does, like, they're priced above retail. And then sometimes you get stuff like this and you're looking at it going, like, were you just asleep when you were looking at this? Did you not see the Fire King mark? Did you do any kind of basic research? How do you miss that? I mean, I'm not even an expert. I know very little about Fire King. I do know that if I see the old Fire King mark, then I should definitely be looking at it very carefully to see whether it's the, you know, the really old rare pattern or not. Anyway, you maybe see a little bit of the pattern there a little bit easier. There we go. It really is very nice. Okay, so having said all of this, what's this actually worth? Remember, I only paid $2 Canadian for it. Well, joy of joys, the pie plate is like so Fire King, I know for collectors wise, I mean, there's, you know, the market, as far as I can tell, always kind of goes up and down. If you get the Fire King tulip pattern, which is actually another one that I got, which sold nicely, and that was great. I think, you know, people still like this stuff. They still collect it. Maybe it's not as, you know, the market hasn't been as crazy as it was before, but it's still definitely there. So just from looking at the sold listings, and I'm quite happy that we do have quite a number to reference in the last 3 months, which is a-okay, I'll tell you. That gives me a great baseline. As far as I can see, this is worth about $10 to $15 Canadian, maybe $10 US, and that's pretty good. Again, I only spent $2 Canadian on it. Nice return. So make of this what you will. Like, if you see, like, Fire King Sapphire Philbe, especially with that amazing pattern, which I can't really show you very well here. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it. Maybe that one. Come on, load up. No, you're just going to be a dick. Okay. Yeah, see, someone's selling that for like $8 US, but with shipping costs. But you can see that in that beautiful, like, the you know, the star shape, and then this lovely embossed band of detail around it. Like, it really is an amazing like design. Yeah, I can't show it to you, it just doesn't show up. Honestly, you just gotta trust me, right? In person, it's a really, really lovely piece. I'm sure if I put it on eBay, someone's gonna snap it up real fast, because it really is very nice. And it's especially nice to see it in perfect condition, considering that it's, you know, 60 to 70 years old-ish. Yeah, it's old. Anyway, that is my small joyful thing for the day. Lovely Fire King piece. I hope you guys like it as well, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.